start.
No, I
Yep,
did
we're
not.
live on YouTube.
We are. Delightful here. All right. So, how's everyone doing?
Pretty good.
Don't worry, that'll change.
Bad tooth.
So, I'm just going to start right in. When we last left off, you all
Let's go.
enjoyed your time with Miss Yarteb here, who invited you all to stay at their place in the woods. Really just enjoying yourself here.
Well, Lilith wasn't enjoying themselves. They got their baby pictures on blast for everyone to see.
It was absolutely worth it.
I was angry.
Look, it's not my fault that my characters that I made have pictures of Lilith as a child. But it's fine. Everyone else was having a great time. Lilith was, of course, angry because Lilith is incapable of feeling joy for some reason. And you all decided to stay the night there, of course, and it was set up it's a nice homely kind of home. It's not really large or grand, but it was, cabin in the woods kind of feel. So, plenty of beds for all of you, although there was a couple of beds that were pushed together, as Yarteb just gave wiggling eyebrow looks at Lilith and Kingdon. What? Did you think that I would allow Lilith here to not be with you after being apart from you for so long? You're most welcome. Use protection. And then she walks off. Hold on. For some reason, I'm not getting the audio from you. Oh, hold on. Now I know what the issue is. Delete that one. Oh no, I just one of my audio capture in OBS decided I don't want to work with this.
You gotta reset it.
There we are. Now everyone can hear you. My apologies.
Hello.
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 Goodbye.
Try this again. What's her face? Made a protection joke.
Kingdom drew the sword. Lilith put the sword next to the bed. Lilith crawled into bed and said, I want to sleep.
Oh, okay.
You're not. Meow.
He awkwardly crawls into bed. Lily?
Mm.
Are we okay?
Of course we're okay. Why wouldn't we be okay?
I know I told you a lot. And I know it's probably really overwhelming. I didn't want to overwhelm you at all. Just, I wanted to be honest with you finally.
And I appreciate it. I'm not mad, I promise. Not at you.
I want you to know I'm not like them. At least I'm trying not to be. I'm really trying not to be.
I know. I know, baby.
Those. I think I know where you might have heard about the 1,000. My brother and father, they were never really settled on one relationship.
Ah,
Possibly even my sister. If they survive long enough. I don't really know how many wives, partners they have.
willingly? Like, the partners, were they willing?
For the most part. It was a lot of deals.
Ah,
To make the business grow.
ah.
Lilith, you can see past Kingdom towards the doorway, and you just see one horn of Yateb just slightly sticking out with one eye.
Lilith
I-
raises up. Can you fuck off?
Can you be more quiet so everyone can sleep? We
Darling,
can talk business in the morning.
we can... We can... I'm not mad. She looks at him. I'm not mad. You don't have to tell me everything tonight. And just because our past is already defined for us doesn't mean that our future has to be.
I know. I'm sorry to keep you up. If the last
not
few
keep-
days, they've been a
I know.
blur.
I know. Hey, let's just sleep
Okay.
and we'll you need the rest. It sounds like you've been through a lot.
Could I, see him blush? Can I be next to you, please?
Yeah, of course. We always sleep next to each other.
Okay. He lays down and gets close and snuggles in.
Yateb slowly retreats around the corner with a parting sly smile to Lilith. And she then walks through the rest of the bedrooms and checks in on both Kaelin and Roger. Kaelin first. You just see horns first before the top of Yateb's head pokes around the corner. Everything okay in here?
Everything's fine, I suppose.
Need any more blankets?
No, there are plenty of blankets. Thank
Hmm.
you.
Enjoy being back in the woods for tonight. I will not be here in the morning.
Where are you going?
A lot of places.
I don't love how vague you are all the time.
Well, I have to
If we're
be.
supposed to be,
Look, when it comes to worshipping the deity of time, you have to take things with a certain perspective. One of those is that certain events can't be interfered with.
but I just still have trouble understanding how, if the deity of time is dead, you can still worship them. If
Does time still move
don't-
forward?
yeah,
Then his
far as I
domain
know.
is still around.
Does that mean he's still around in some aspect?
Possibly. See, no one's ever actually killed a deity before, so no one really knows what all killing a deity entails. I like to think that you can't really
Platinum
kill
Knights say
them.
they kill gods.
Well, they say that, but yet they walk around with the same abilities of the deities they've slain. So their domains don't vanish, they just move.
Move where?
Now that's the question.
I don't think I'm going to like the answer.
I still don't know the answer. But I'm eager to find out. Anyways, enjoy your rest. Do keep that golden root close. Try not to let anyone steal it. Be very bad if you did. And yes, enjoy. Sweet dreams.
Right. Good night.
She gives a little finger wave and then turns and steps around. And Roger, you see the same thing Kaylin did. Her horns first, and then eyeballs. Just peeking around the corner. Everything okay in here?
Fine. Get out.
Well, sassy. Here, I thought we bonded over tormenting Lilith.
I have yet to see the outcome of Luke's whole deal, so forgive me if I'm still hesitant to trust you.
So attached already after meeting him only, what, 3-4 days ago?
I have attachment issues in the opposite direction as most people.
Fair enough. Do know he will meet you at some point in your future journeys.
Good.
Sweet dreams, Roger. She gives you a finger wave and then steps on. I take it you all just rest for the night. So, all of you have had a long rest. And you all dream. Same dream. It's not a terrifying dream, but it's an unsettling one. You're just in this space of darkness where you can't see anything around you. You know something is looking at you. Not at you specifically, but at your area. Like a spotlight, but the light is too big for you to see where it ends, or which direction it's coming from. You just feel like you're being watched. But not... Again, not you specifically being watched. Now I need
We are
everyone...
being watched as a coincidence of being wherever we are. Kind of.
Yes, actually. So, I need everyone to roll a d20 to see who wakes up first and who wakes up last.
The 20. I got an 18.
18.
Oh yeah, I forgot to cut my dice. I've gotten used to using the Foundry for Cataclysm every other week.
Fair
I'm gonna
enough.
use Roger's die and see if it
Betrays you again.
goes.
Ingrid!
16.
17. Hey.
16. You got a 17, Kaylin?
Yeah.
Delightful. Kingdom.
6.
6.
He's sleeping in.
Kingdon has had a time, I think.
So,
Deserves
this works out perfectly. So, Lilith, King, Kaylin, and Roger, all three of you wake up about 1 second after each other. But you still feel like the vestige of sleep around you. As you start to try to wake up, Lilith, you, of course, notice Kingdom next to you, but you also notice there's something shiny on Kingdom. Definitely wasn't there last night. It takes you a minute in order to really get your vision going, because, morning vision. And after a couple seconds of blinking and rubbing your eyes, you find it's chain. Has been fully wrapped around him. And then another glint catches your eye. It's about this time all three of you simultaneously notice there are chains around all three of you.
Great.
Wrapping you up, almost mummifying you.
Oh,
But-
hell no.
But you don't feel the weight of them. Kingdom, you start to wake up. And as your eyes slowly open, all four of you hear, "Oh no. I will find you." And all of you are drug, seemingly through the floor by these chains.
Kanan starts panicking and trying to get out.
You are unable to move. All of you are. As the world sort of fades as you get pulled through this floor, you blink, and you're chained to a chair, wrapped up from your toes all the way up to the top of your head, or in your case, Kingdom Lilith, through the top of your horns. It's hard to breathe because of how tight the chains are. There's barely enough space for your eyes to be able to see around you. And you're not the only ones here. You see a sea of people strapped to chairs and chains. So many, you can't even see the end of them all. But you do see one person. Amidst everything, you see a man floating in the air above this sea of people. Lilith, you immediately recognize him as the Emperor. But you cannot
Which
speak.
one?
Oh, this is your father, the Emperor.
Ah,
But you cannot speak. The chains prevent you from doing so. But there's one thing, Lilith, that only you truly notice. Normally, whenever your father is in meetings, he has this emotionless mask he puts on. Across any meeting he has as the Emperor. You've seen his lip twitch one time whenever he was irritated. And that's whenever he wiped out an entire noble family. Now, you can plainly see. He is pissed. He is not attempting to hide the emotion of anger across his face. He does not speak. He just glances over the masses. You see, wherever he looks is being caught in a wave of magic. And that magic, you can see, is starting to light people up in dull red glows. Not everyone, it's a very tiny amount of people in this veritable sea in front of you. But of those that flash red, you see a Platinum Knight appear behind them and rest a gauntleted hand on their shoulder. The wave of magic slowly passes over all of you. Lilith, you don't flash.
Ah.
Kaylin, you flash red. Roger, you flash red. Kingdon, you flash red. And it continues past all of you. Until he searches all around. There had to be thousands. And just as many Platinum Knights with their hand resting on their shoulders. Roger, Kaylin, Kingdon, you three do notice after about a second after you flashed red, a heavy weight settles on your left shoulder. And then the magic stops. The Emperor takes a deep breath and slowly lets it out. The rest of you be gone. He waves his hand, and Lilith, you are now back in the cabin. There is no Kingdom next to you. There is just a mummified body of chains.
I'm gonna try to get the chains off.
How?
Is there an end to the chains?
You cannot see an end nor a beginning.
Shit. Can I touch them?
You're going to try to touch the chains.
Yes.
Okay, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Yay! Constitution saving throw. Nat 20, bitch! Nat 20, bitch!
Good, you don't die. So, you touch the chains, and you are immediately flung across the room and through the wall next to you. Thankfully, your giant sword was in the way to break the wall, and due to your own skills, you were able to catch yourself before hitting the tree, thorns growing all over it. So you came out unscathed. Now back with you three. Kingdon, you felt a bit of a jolt around your right arm, but it wasn't more like a buzz. It was gone about as quick as you felt it. The rest of you, you find yourself in a ring after all the people that weren't glowing red just vanished, like smoke in the wind. And you're all sat in a very large circle.
Still chained up?
Yes. The Emperor appears in the center of this circle. He unfolds a piece of paper that was in his hand, shakes it in order to get it straightened out. I received a report today. one I am not happy with. It's the only report I have out of the city where my heir was at. And the only thing concerning my heir was that a man invaded her body and split her in two.
Sounds real bad.
The paper crinkles slightly as his hands tighten around it. So, I am first going to rid all of the potential perpetrators of said crime of their life. He folds the paper up, puts it into his coat. He snaps his fingers, and you three recognize what the Reichs use. An inevitable shows up. One of the demons. You three stop glowing red. About 10 other people as well. The rest of them, he just looks at this inevitable and nods. It holds up its right arm, very elongated, very bony and sinewy arm, above its head. And then, once it stopped moving, all the Platinum Knights behind the still glowing red people grab the top of their heads, pull them back, and then pull a knife out and slit their throats. Almost 1,000 people have just died. From the wounds, see what seems to be this greenish haze slowly filter out, and all swirl together right above the inevitable's hand. Once the haze stops coming out of the body, you see the body start to shrivel under the chains and turn to dust in the chairs, and the chains vanish. The inevitable closes its hand around this now pale green orb, brings it down to its face, and eats it. You hear a very audible gulping noise. It then looks at the Emperor and nods to him. And you see this reddish haze surround the Emperor, and then vanish. The inevitable turns and walks and vanishes itself. Now, he snaps his fingers again, and the rest of you are now in a much smaller circle. He looks directly at you, Kingdon. No. He looks at you, Kaelin. No. He looks at you, Roger. No. He looks at the person next to you, Roger. Yes. His form flashes red. He then moves on to the next one. No. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. No. Until he reaches all the way back around. 5 people, including you 3, are not glowing red. All 5 of you are removed from the circle. The rest of the ones that are still glowing red line up in a line in front of him. He leans down slightly. So you had reason to harm my heir. Today you will not know me as Death, but one day in the future you will. But today, Wrath will do. He snaps his fingers, and all of those people vanish, with the Platinum Knights. He glances up at you three, and waves his hand. Everyone but you three now vanish, including the Platinum Knights. He points a finger at you three and just curls it towards him, and all three of your chairs just scrape across the ground until you're right in front of him. He steps over in front of you, Kingdon. He pinches the chain over your mouth and gently pulls it down. What happened to my daughter?
He looks at him in the eyes. Your Highness.
I don't care for formalities. Tell me what you know.
I wasn't there.
Good enough.
We got
He grabs the
we
chain,
just-
puts it back over your mouth. He steps over to you, Kaelin. Grabs your chain, pulls it off from your mouth. What happened to my daughter?
Well, I can't tell you much more than was in the report that she sent you, or you could ask her yourself.
You see his face twitch. Slightly. Your jokes
You really
are
should
not
talk to her, though.
appreciated.
I'm not joking. Honestly,
Grabs the
there's more
chain, puts
right
it back
there
up
than
over your
I
mouth.
can-
He walks over to you, Roger.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls the chain down from around your mouth. What happened to my daughter?
Some rich punk in Gordwin used a kill switch from her grandfather.
He immediately snaps his fingers, and the entire room you're just in vanishes. You are the only one in front of the Emperor now. Lilith, the chains have vanished off of Kingdon. Kingdon, Kaelin, both of you are now awake in the cabin.
Kingdon sits straight up, just.
King?
Oh crap!
I imagine at this point, like she.
Oh, you were
they
back
have
in.
gone back and
Absolutely.
into the room, looking a little bit worse for wear.
Just some splinters on you here and there.
King,
Oh, your dad's very pissed. Oh, your dad's so
you
pissed.
saw him? Does he know I'm okay?
I couldn't talk. He wanted to know what happened. He's trying to find out, and I couldn't speak clearly.
I know. Hey.
Ugh.
He probably wouldn't have let you anyway.
Gave me an opportunity. He wanted to know what happened, but I wasn't there. I didn't know the details. I couldn't tell him.
I know. Hey, you didn't do anything wrong, okay? You didn't do anything wrong.
Crap, Kaelin.
Kaelin, after
gonna
you've
get up to run to
come
bed.
to on your bed, you do notice across the wall that you share with Roger's room, is gone. That was Roger's room. is also gone. And there's this perfect sphere just raked out of the ground in the area where Roger's room used to be. Like it's just that, like a sphere of nothingness just encompassed that area. So, Kingdon, Lilith, both of you who come to check on Kaelin, see this on the way because the wall of that room is also gone in this spherical shape.
If you're looking for me, I'm right here.
I tried having it.
Roger,
Yeah.
this is the same darkness that you felt in your dream. It is literally just you, the chains, the chair you sit in, and the Emperor.
Oh.
Did you say a grandfather?
I mean, technically, apparently, it's like great, but yeah.
There's a kill switch. So she is dead.
No, so,
Explain.
basically, she turned into like a super platinum knight, and then her
What a kill
sword,
switch.
her sword, like, took as much of her as it could and put it into the dead body of the Grand General.
Honor?
Yeah.
Honor's body. Swipe move. He snaps his finger. Lilith, you are now wrapped in chains. And now you're in front of the Emperor.
Found you.
Can I speak?
No.
Fuck.
But you do see, the eyes of your father have never held such contempt before. Miss Roger. I believe that was your name.
Yeah.
Thank you for the information. You will be rewarded, but do not ever speak the grandfather ever again.
Right, but can you not kill what little of Lilith we have left?
I'm
Because
going to get my information. You will be silent.
Yeah, alright.
He waves his hand. Roger, you are now back where your room should have been. But it's not, and you fall about 5 feet to the ground. Lilith,
Roger!
go ahead.
Sorry.
You see Lilith just go tumbling to the ground in a ball of chains, and then Roger just appears in midair and falls to the ground.
Roger, where'd Lily go? Where's Lily?
Talking to her dad, I think. I don't know. I asked him not to kill her, but I'm not allowed to talk about the rest of the conversation.
I'm gonna help her up. Welcome back. Glad he didn't kill you.
I'm going to remove the chain from your mouth. Not speak. He slowly removes the chain from your mouth. Hold her features, but not her blood. He reaches over your shoulder. You feel the chains on your back lighten a little bit. He pulls your sword from its sheath and sets it next to you.
Immediately, like, she looks scared, but she doesn't say anything.
He looks at the sword. I see you in there, little white. Explain. Sword starts rapid fire blinking. Charles Montague, livid.
I do.
I was never this angry in front of you.
You were pretty mad whenever that assassination attempt happened. The explosion. The one that took the tip of my tail.
That was a cosmetic damage. This is my daughter's body in its entirety.
Hey,
Some
Papa, we're gonna get it back. Hey.
Some noble upstart child has the body of my daughter, following his every command, like a lost puppy. For a second, you actually hear his teeth crack under the pressure of the strain.
I go to, like, take his hand. Like, hey.
It's like grabbing a hold of steel, with how tense he is. He slowly takes a breath and undoes his hand. And what little remained of the goblet falls to the ground and falls into the shadows. You are not going to get near Charles Montague. I do not know what his endgame is. I do not know how desperate he will get. Don't have enough information. I cannot assault him with platinum knights, for he will just turn them to his cause. I cannot assault him with citizens of Jiangxi, or he will turn them to his cause.
All of us?
You must not speak of this anywhere but here.
Father, how many?
All.
All of us.
It is magic that has been buried inside the citizenry of Jianshu. If you are a citizen, you can be turned. If you are part of the Empire, you can be turned. I will have to ask for outside help. I cannot go to the Reichs. I have burned that bridge. However,
What do I do?
you had that little fox friend of yours.
I don't know where he is right now. Body back?
You will have to make a new one.
Oh.
That is better than
Because
the alternative.
I don't feel too great about being in a corpse right now.
I don't either whenever I trusted the man that used to own that corpse.
Sorry.
Well, he followed the orders to the end. And he is not truly gone. You may have his body, but you're not wearing his armor. Right. Lilith, why do you think we have so many Platinum Knights? How do you believe the Empire holds so many Platinum Knights? Especially over the years. Thousands of them.
Killed a lot of cults?
Right, and their deities. Some from I'd say a millennia ago. And yet they're still around. One doesn't kill God. One simply takes their place. The Platinum Knights tie that domain to their armor. That is why it's platinum.
Does that mean Richter's the flying spaghetti monster?
No. He just holds its domain. You can kill a Platinum Knight, but so long as their domain is in existence, they will always return. That is what makes them so terrifying. That's what makes them a perfect tool for the Empire. You can't keep them down.
Because they're gods.
No, they're domains, aspects, concepts. They're not mortal. They're not deities. Now we have Roger waving in the background. Yes, hi Roger. Nice to see you.
Roger's going to go get a spoon for soup.
Everyone wave back at Roger.
Hi, Roger.
I'm going to keep this up until they get done waving. I don't care.
No.
Yes,
God.
yes, yes.
I leave for half a second to get a spoon and my
And you just started waving. You had to make sure to tell us you were saying goodbye for a moment.
my headphones fell from where I set them.
It was beautiful.
I need to undo that. I don't know how.
It's fine. It's perfect, even. Do it again.
No.
Lilith looks up at her dad. I'm scared.
I know. But you don't have to be anymore. I know you. I know where you're at now. I'm not going to lose you again. You are my daughter, Lilith. You are my family. And there is nothing I won't do to keep my family safe.
I know.
Go back to your friends. Also, I did say I was going to reward Roger. Tell me, what do you think Roger would appreciate? A weapon, a gold... What? I honestly don't know them.
Roger's been really worried about a friend that left us recently.
What is their name, and what is the color of their hair?
Luke. Sort of like a blonde.
I have a mirror from Omnet. I can look at Luke anytime I want.
He waves his
Okay.
hand. A ripple appears in the darkness, and you see Luke traveling through the woods. Is that him?
Yeah.
Alright.
She
What will
has a
be
mirror
this?
that shows where he is, though, so...
Right. A mirror to show if he's living or dead.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Roger an Emperor's gift. He touches the film that you're seeing, and you see in the center of the back of his neck, a small tattoo appears in the shape of a sword, like the necklaces the Platinum Knights wear. Should his life ever come in danger, he has an extra chance now. Whatever is causing his life to be in danger will end. This, I swear. You can tell Roger this.
Okay. Thank you. And I'm sorry, and
Lilith,
I love you.
he slowly wraps his arms around you, Lilith, and pulls you into a tight hug. I love you too. Just stay safe. I'll be watching over you, but can't control if you trip and fall down some stairs. Again.
That was one time.
One time's all it needs.
Also, how does the god of time have pictures of me as a baby?
The what now? He takes a step back and looks at you with a now curious look.
Well, the one who has the domain of time.
That night never come.
Not a platinum knight.
Oh.
A woman. A tiefling woman.
Well, follower still exists. That would be why.
I mean, she was nice or whatever. She just, like, didn't have to show everyone my fucking baby pictures.
It would have
It was
happened eventually.
embarrassing. Yeah, Mom would have gotten a hold of them, but...
You're saying you're not going to bring them here one day?
Of course I'm gonna bring my friends to see you guys.
They just skipped a few steps, that's all.
If they want to, after you scared them shitless with the whole chain thing. I have no idea what you even did.
I scoured the entire continent for every person that could have, to quote the report, entered you and split you in two.
Oh, that is,
So,
that's a bad report.
so your continent no longer has people that can do that now. Fed their souls to an inevitable.
It might take some convincing, honestly, to get them to come home for tea.
Should be fine. Win them over with your charming personality. Oh, wait. He just gets a small smirk looking at you now.
She frowns. Pouts is more the word.
He gently pats the top of your head twice. Now, run along. Play with the other children.
I am a grown-ass.
He snaps his fingers in your back as you say adult. So you're saying adult as the chains vanish around you on the floor.
Lilith is on the floor pouting.
Kingdon tackles you.
Very adult.
Ah!
Don't leave. What is wrong with you?
I was just talking to my dad.
Your dad just killed.
Came with, right?
Hmm?
The sword came with, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at the sword, which I imagine is like right next to me.
It is currently next to you, rattling in very apparent fear.
Hey, listen, it's okay. You saved my life. So,
It just rattles more.
Dad appreciates it.
It's not going to stop.
What
Okay,
is
I'm
going
just gonna
on?
put you back on my back, and I'm gonna go to stand up.
By all means, stand up perfectly. You do notice though that it's still not stopping shaking, even in its sheath. So
Just
everyone else around you is
starts-
just hearing this slight like jingling noise of all the buckles.
Go to put it on your back and you start vibrating across.
Everything's good. Dad knows I'm okay. He got a very bad report. Killed a few 100,000 people. He does that sometimes.
That's not.
He still wants you
okay.
guys over for tea, though.
No.
Yeah, I told him it would take some convincing.
No.
If it's anything like that experience, we may not even have a choice.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about him. It's mother.
Mother?
Lilith, your entire family seems awful, and I
Oh,
think
they're all fucking insane. Yeah. Roger.
Yeah.
Father says thank you for the information. If anything were to ever happen to Luke, he gets a second chance.
Oh,
And the person who tries to harm him will die. Or cease to exist. One of the two.
well, I appreciate it.
I didn't know if you would like money, jewels, a weapon. I know you were very concerned about Luke, so I just went with that.
Yeah, the deal with the rocks kind of covered money. I think I'm not a greedy person generally. Well, I'm not. I don't require wealth generally, but you
And
could,
Kaylin plotted to steal Arthur's gold armor.
I just turn and look at Roger.
I'm greedy, but I don't require wealth. I'm not cut for the rich, prissy life.
So you're just a thief.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You know, Roger, I have to say in my absence, I will admit, I've missed your honesty. It's annoyingly refreshing.
Well, I know of one person out of this group that kind of has no choice to put up with my family, and she just like gives King a kiss on the cheek.
He blushes. I'm gonna die by them, aren't I?
Oh, they won't
Not if
kill
we
you,
kill them first.
sweetie.
The emperor invited us over for tea. Apparently, I think you are one of the safest people on the world, assuming you don't break her heart, which I think it would be impossible for you to do.
I would rather jump off a cliff.
Exactly.
Again.
You have nothing to worry about. The rest of us?
Besides,
I'm
you
saying-
haven't met Mom, and you haven't met all of my brothers and sisters.
No, just no. Just
Uh,
no. If it's more of this,
I understand that he appreciates the information. How aware is he that I'm a cleric? I don't think I'm welcome over where y'all from.
I think you'll be fine. There's everything.
Okay,
There's
I
nothing
don't
that my
think
father isn't aware of.
I don't think I'll be comfortable over where y'all from.
Trust me, you probably won't.
Just the little aura of like the individual knights that have been chilling around. I don't think I would be comfortable being completely disconnected for an extended period of time and stuck there.
I mean, he could always just warp us into like a situation where we were having tea with him regardless. You don't have to physically. I'm just saying it's on the offer is on the table, right, Dad? And just looks up at the sky.
For a second, nothing happens. And then, you swear, see a slight glint in the sky.
I'm
And
pretty sure that was him saying yeah.
the glint is starting to get bigger.
Oh.
And then in the distance you hear... and then a loud crash. As
So all
something
we heard,
lands...
Discord hate that. All we heard is, that was it.
a very long scream that slowly
Okay.
gets louder, and then there's a large crash in the woods next to the house.
what?
I don't know that was a response to that quick.
I don't.
What was that?
Roger's gonna get up and go over to investigate.
Let's go.
Yeah. What? Lilith goes to. What the fuck?
Roger, you're the first one to get to the scene, and the first thing you see is a foot sticking out of the ground, covered in silver armor. The rest of this person is buried in dirt, rocks, and parts of the tree he went through. But you do see the foot is twitching.
Kaylin, can you excavate? This
Yeah,
person?
I'll use mold earth to try and make it easier to get him out safely.
Yeah, you're able to just sort of, like the rocks at least, the heavier stuff, you're able to just sort of shove to the side.
Does he need medical attention right away?
He doesn't seem so, because, he just sort of, as the rocks get off of him, you see another silver gauntleted hand come out and grab the tree trunk, what was left of it, and he pulls himself out of the ground. No helmet. It's Richter.
Richter!
What the
He
hell?
stands up and is just wobbling very heavily.
I'm gonna tackle him.
He's falling like a sack of leaves.
Ooh, and he does not stick the landing.
What? Oh, please tell me you're Lilith and not a bandit trying to kill me.
I think
Sort of
you
Lilith.
Hmm?
Sort of Lilith, sort of Grand General.
Oh,
I'm
hit my head
Lilith
harder.
and the Grand General's corpse.
It just sort of, like, he goes from, like, a wobbly, kind of, eyes slightly rolling, to just suddenly staring you in the face. Oh, no, I have a concussion.
Ah.
I swear you just said you're Lilith, but also
I did.
Connor's corpse.
Yep.
I'm having a stroke.
No.
Oh, here, let me help. I'm gonna smack him upside the head and cast Cure Wounds.
It was the best
Sure.
cure wounds.
Sure. You just hit him, and then this like light glow follows afterwards.
Feel better?
More confused. Is this how you healed everyone?
No,
Yep.
just you.
Oh.
Oh, don't I feel special?
Hmm.
Still very
There we go.
confused though. What corpse?
My sword is magic and possibly cursed. Definitely cursed. Yep,
But the sword was pardoned.
Mm-hmm.
the sword was pardoned. Dad said it's okay.
Right. Okay. Good. That's why I was
Um,
going across Gordwood then?
I think Dad might have sent you here to protect me, or
Well,
maybe also just as a sick joke.
well,
Or to protect Richter from Charles.
Yeah, how did you escape that? You're a platinum knight.
escape what? What did I escape? I was
There.
fighting things.
A
I was holding off all the other platinum knights from getting to a friend of mine. I agreed to help them out during the quote-unquote invasion bit. I didn't want to see that horrible lady in power, so I did some support.
I killed her, but apparently it's like not dead.
There's
Well-
like a mention of her.
Well, some things to fill you in on. First off, Lilith, could you get off of me? I'd like to stand up.
Oh yeah. Sorry. And she like just gets off of him, like helps brush him off.
Alright, he's in his full silver armor. With no helmet. And he just sort of looks around. Oh, I've lost that one. Alright, well, guess I'm gonna be off duty for a while.
Oh, yeah, no, you can't be a platinum knight right now.
Why?
You'll get corrupted by the fucking Montague kid.
Charles
Corrupted?
Montague has a way to take control of platinum knights, and
Oh.
that's how he took control of my body.
I'm sorry, but you just said platinum knight. You're not a platinum knight.
Yup.
Apparently now I am.
Worst time for a promotion.
That is one.
Yeah, the worst time for a promotion.
That is one hell of a magic.
Dad's
That's
pissed.
no idea.
Yes, I was pulled to a very public execution just a few moments ago.
Oh, with
Oh, you
all
were
the
there too?
things. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It was horrifying.
right. I believe he just pulled the entire continent into that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of dead people.
Yeah.
Which,
There's gonna be a lot more.
that I have no doubt, especially if someone's gaining control of Platinum Knights. That is a horrifying statement to be said out loud.
We need to stop this, dude. How are we doing that again?
We need to find
We are not
Fuji.
your box friend?
Yes.
A good thing I'm going to be off duty for a while.
Kingdom walks over and looks at Richter. Oh.
Huh?
Richter.
Yes? Have we met? You look
temple.
familiar. The temple! Right. Did you find what you were looking for?
He looks at Lilith. Yeah, I did. He smiles. He looks back at him. So you're Richter. And he looks him up and way up. Looks him down,
And
way up.
way up.
Richter just sort of scratches the back of his head, slightly in confusion.
He
Yes, I did
starts
say my
remembering the
name was
early
Richter.
days. He starts remembering the early days of Lilith talking about Richter and his tail
shutting the fuck
twitchers.
up about him.
His tail starts twitching, and Lilith can kind of see his eyebrow slightly twitching. He goes, "Yeah, of course you are.
Did I
Hello.
do something to
It's a
offend
pleasure
you?
meet you?" No, of course not. He gives a bow. Hi. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you again.
King Richter. She grabs both of your hands and just like, Richter, this is King. He's my boyfriend. And King, this is Richter, my childhood best friend.
Yes, I remember. You talked about him so very much.
I suppose I did take up a lot of her childhood, and I do apologize for that. Training was rather mandatory.
No, I've heard nothing but good, amazing things about you, and I'm just shaking his hand aimlessly.
Right, Lilith, did your father already do the shakedown thing?
Shakedown?
What?
Ah. Well, Mr. Kingdon, I do apologize. I have a mandatory rule. I have to be aggressive and or disdainful towards you for the minimum of 1 week.
Oh, Lilith's dad already did the thing of
Oh, he did?
making
Okay,
Lilith
good.
forget
I would have
that
hated to
he
have soured this. Thank you for telling me. I would have hated to have soured this. It seemed like a very nice
Soured?
person. I didn't want you to be put off by a week of, well, displaced fatherly anger.
I just saw their father execute a nation nearly.
Justifiably so.
I don't think I have any reason nor want to ever.
I understand,
No.
but it's sort of a thing that all fathers must do. It's like ingrained into them. My father had it done to him by my mother's father. It's sort of like a tradition thing.
Uh-huh.
So I don't have to do this, so we're good. I can be cordial and nice.
It's a much better tradition than I grew up in. I respect that.
This is exciting. We're gonna travel together.
Kingdon, you get a message from Roger in your brain. You know what would make this so much more awkward if you propose to her right now?
Kingdon's head snaps to Roger, but no one else can hear it but Roger.
Roger is holding up her left hand and pointing at the ring finger.
Not now, Roger. Time and place.
Roger is just smiling at you, just giggles, silent giggles.
You want me to propose in front of the guy they nonstop talked about? You crushed on? Yeah, they had a crush on this one. Yeah.
They literally.
That's fine. I don't care.
He literally just daughter zoned her, so I don't think you have anything.
I told you it's fine. I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm not bothered by it.
Assert dominance.
What?
show him that you are, you know, that he can't replace you. You know.
How? What do you want me to do? Push-ups?
While this silent conversation's going on, Richter actually leans over towards Kaylin. Do these two normally have staring contests in the middle of the woods?
We're surrounded by weirdos.
Yeah, that tracks. And we already got Lilith here.
I am not weird.
Your family.
I was just going to say the garden.
What about my garden?
How many
No argument for
cannibalistic
family
plants do you have there?
They're my babies. They need to be fed.
Honestly, I
It's not
support
my
cannibalism
fault that
plants.
they eat meat. And it's not cannibalism if they're not eating
yeah,
plants. So they're not
carnivorous.
cannibal. They're carnivorous. The real word is carnivorous.
No, I said what I said. The one plant that is like, what is it, the Osiris snake? One that's constantly eating itself to live?
Would you like to see one?
Well, I've seen a plant
Yeah,
version
Kaylin's
of
a
one.
druid.
I've seen a plant version of one.
Can you just summon any plant you want?
I can try. It's not always successful. I'm better with things that I'm much more familiar with, but there were some carnivorous plants in the Adams garden as well.
Right, the man-eating plants from there. Although
Sorry, I think this Discord ate a little bit of that.
Lilith, yours was eaten entirely.
Oh, they said there were.
There were.
Yes,
I
it
missed them.
was the son that was the one that looked after the garden, I believe. Get his name.
Yeah. Pugfrey.
Pugfrey, right. Very nice family.
They were.
Well, are...
They are a very nice family.
Right. Came across a little bit of information. First off, Godwin went through practically a secondary invasion after that
What?
one.
Who invaded now?
I believe the same lady that was ruling over Godwin had a backup plan. I've spent the entirety of last night and yesterday evening and most of this morning cleaning house of I can only describe as shapeshifters, but plants that explode.
What?
They
Kingpin
took on
looks
the
very
forms.
concerned.
They took on the forms of pretty much everyone in Gordwin, and had a lot of traits that kept them under the radar far longer than they should have, till they got close to certain people and pulled them into hugs because people thought they were dead, and then promptly exploded into flames.
What?
Like a fireball scroll had been gone off where they were.
She's gotten stronger.
These, I believe, were prepared in advance because there were several root-like structures in some estates that were abandoned that me and a band of Platinum Knights were able to eradicate. And they'd been there for quite some time.
She's been preparing for that long.
What do you mean by the root?
They were like these blackened, thick roots, almost like they had a metal exoshell, like a metal bark. But not... Like, it's a mix between like obsidian and, I'd say tin. Not a very strong metal.
That's...
In my time in the lab, did I ever see her experimenting on anything like that?
Not even once.
And I definitely wouldn't have come across anything like this in nature.
Give me a
We
nature
haven't
check,
come across
actually.
something like that before, have we?
Give me a nature check.
Yes. +4. Let's go, please. 16.
What he's describing, you've only seen one other time, but not in that shade, and you have a root of it in your pouch.
Oh.
It's the
gonna
corrupted
pull-
Fuji trees.
It might be. It probably is.
Sorry, Fuji trees? The new type of tree?
I'll pull out the root to show it to him. These are connected to the first.
Oh, I'm so happy I'm off duty.
Yeah, me too.
So never, ever, ever
You
show
stay
that.
off duty.
Never, ever, ever, ever show that to a Platinum Knight. Ever.
Yeah, I know.
Oof.
Off duty.
Aren't we supposed to
Yeah.
go find Fuji?
Right.
On order from the Emperor?
Yes, he should be able to make me a new body, and then my dad can just blow up the whole area around where my old one is.
I know exactly where I'd love for him to be when that happens, but well,
I fear for the continent now.
to
We might want to hurry about getting the new body. I'd rather not the Emperor had time to ferment his anger and make it worse.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. I look down at the root in my hand and say, "Fuck it, let's give this a shot. I'll cast Speak with Plants."
Okay, give me a d20.
What's the worst that could happen?
A lot.
A 10. Whole lot of nothing.
So, speak with plants. You do feel the spell settle over you. What are you speaking?
Fuji, can you hear me? I don't think you're gonna be able to talk back. Maybe you can. Can you?
Feel a very slight pulse come from the root. And then it just sort of just fades.
Okay.
Right, that's powered by a deity, right?
Yes.
Right,
You need to take a step back.
yeah, just, give me a moment. He reaches around underneath his armor, around his neck, pulls out a necklace, quickly rolls it up, and grabs a pouch off his side that looks very ornate, stuffs it into the bottom of the pouch and closes it. And then the root just starts glowing.
Oh, that's much better. Thank you.
I'm terribly sorry. And you hear immediately, Oh god, it's like swimming through an ocean. What happened?
Fuji, do you know where you are right now?
In a route?
Okay, well, we found you.
Yay! I didn't know I was
Driven up.
lost.
Yeah, we have quite a bit to catch you up on. Do you... Hmm.
Are you talking to him?
Yes.
Can he make me a new body?
Yeah, there's a lot to start with.
Well, what do you need help with?
Lilith needs you to remake her body. Hers was stolen.
Oh,
She's
well,
kind of
that's
hijacking the
bad.
parts for the moment, and it's not the
Well, yeah,
not a good
it's not her.
function.
It's not their body. That's not good.
Hmm.
Well, I don't think I got enough juice to do it here. Let's see. Where would I be able to get enough juice for that?
Another tree or a shrine?
It wouldn't happen to be a tree. Tree wouldn't have enough power to do that because they're already using a lot of power in order to keep the trees and everyone under them safe. There's a shrine without a tree. That's probably got a whole lot of power in it. That could be more than enough. That's in the middle of a mountain, though. Is that mountain still there?
In a mountain?
Yeah, that mountain should totally still be there. I had Snowflake guarding it.
Which mountain? Snowflake.
Yeah,
Does that
Snowflake.
happen to be around Gordwin?
Gordwin? What's Gordwin?
Um,
All I know is that I had Snowflake guarding a mountain
No,
up in the
what
north.
Gordwin is. You were with us in Gordwin.
I was?
Or no, I might get that mixed up.
I thought I was in the route.
You, a little.
if
You know what?
if the issue is trying to find
Yes.
Roger, like volunteers, I have a map of maybe the Fuji and the route can show where the mountain is.
Yeah. The mountain where Snowflake is.
Oh no, the Snowflake doesn't live in the mountain. He just guards the mountain. She does.
Okay. She.
Yeah.
Is it nearby?
I don't know where we're at. I just know we're in the woods.
Oh. Let's get that map out.
So the map is currently as a tattoo on Roger's back. So Roger turns away from y'all and just kind of grabs her shirt and pulls it up over to show her.
Richter
back.
immediately turns away,
So does Kingdon.
like with an audible crack to his neck.
Your back's very
Aaron is
muscly.
examining the map very professionally.
Professionally, quotes,
You-
unquote.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yes.
I am looking
And for myself.
respectfully.
Where are we at right now?
Roger
Do you
has to
actually
be-
see this, or do I have to?
I mean, I'm looking through your eyes right now.
Oh, perfect.
Well, where are we at right
Does that
now?
make it look similar? We are. I'm trying to, as a player, recall. We went east of Gordwin.
West.
West. One of those. We're west of Gordwin by about.
And where is Gordwin?
Roger can control the tattoo, so she just kind of puts a bright, like, red pulse where Gordwin is.
Oh, that's helpful. So it would be further north. I remember it being to the east. There's a lot of land missing here.
So it's very far to the north and east?
It's not. It shouldn't have been that far. There was so much more for. Are you sure this is the whole map? There's supposed to be way more up north.
I don't know.
I'm not from up around there. I don't know why the map would be wrong.
It's like somebody took some artistic license here, because it looks like a head of a dragon, and there was a lot more to the top of the head there. Oh, that's weird. Let's see, okay. Can you just hold me up to the map?
Yeah, I'll do that. But
So,
also,
Roger,
alright,
as... Go ahead.
could I make like maybe a history check to see like is there like any old legends about a disappearing continent or something?
Absolutely give me a history check for that.
Yes. Please D20. That's a
what?
That's a whole 4.
Oh, you can't think of any off the top of your head.
Can I also make a history
I don't
check?
know where the top
By
of
all
my head is.
means.
In that?
And then you just... It's always... Jeez. It's a big dice you're rolling.
No, I dropped my spoon.
That's what I was saying. Out of curiosity,
Did
where'd
you-
you get that dice?
Hold on, did you drop your spoon or a shovel?
It's
We're going
a-
rolling, them boys.
Shovel.
Yeah.
It's a very
That's
big.
It's a mouth
very
shovel.
thick spoon.
Shovel spoon.
Huge, big spoons.
Roger's die is metal though. It's like heavy. So if I roll Roger's die, it'll be loud as well.
Do
Shall
it.
I roll Roger's die?
Do
It's
it, no
not very-
balls.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's why I don't roll Roger's die. That's I rolled a 3.
Hey.
It's an 8 total.
At least you had a better bonus than me.
Yep, no, you also don't really recall anything above continent. The continent's always been like this. To your memory.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So, Roger, whatever this root is held up closer to your back, you just get this very fuzzy sensation from it. Like, someone's like scratching the center of your back, but just gently enough to actually just scratch the itch and nothing else. Like, it's a very comforting feeling. And, Kaylin, you notice that pieces of the gold bark are flaking off and just lightly tracing across Roger's back up northeast until it reaches what looks to be a mountainous region covered in snow, and it surrounds it in this small golden halo. Should be around there, from what I remember.
Oh boy. That's going to be how long of a travel?
Well, if you fly there, that's only going to take a day. If you ride a horse there, you could just get snow. Oh wait, no, Snowflake's up at the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, what about Uncle Sari?
Who?
Uncle Sari? Oh, you haven't met Uncle Sari, have you? Sparky?
Hmm?
Boomy.
You're getting the blankest stares.
Have you guys not met any dragons yet?
I saw one. Big one.
How big we talking? I don't know. Snowflake would be the biggest one.
If Fuji is able to see things out of my eyes, if I imagine something with my mind's eye, can he see it?
One way to find out.
I'm gonna like just imagine the memory of seeing that dragon, because really, words can't do that.
You
to
can't
justice.
honestly forget that either, so... Fair enough. Oh, Snowflake grew.
That snowflake?
That's Snowflake.
What was Snowflake doing around the wrong mountain?
From the looks of it, Snowflake was really hurt there. Somebody healed
Yeah.
Snowflake, because... Well, what could have hurt Snowflake then? Who would want to hurt Snowflake? She's a doll.
Oh dear.
She got so big.
Yeah. Real big.
I won't be able to cuddle with Snowflake now. She's gonna be too big.
You can certainly try.
I'll be able to
But,
hug a tooth? No, even then I'll be too big.
So
Maybe a
it
scale.
looked like she was headed back in that direction then. So we'll find her where she was meant to be.
Well, I told her to guard that area, but she's she's tied to the land across kind of this section, and you see that golden halo move around the entirety of Gordwin and the entire stretch of land leading straight to the top of the continent, along with
Wow.
a majority of the continent's upper northeastern half.
Would that have included the part that you said is missing here?
No, Boomy was over that part.
Who?
Boomy. Oh, Boomy was a big ol' what was it? I made him a copper-looking dragon. And he was,
Oh.
man, he had a booming voice. It was so cool. He could, man, he could bounce, he could, like, play his, scales on his stomach like drums. It was so cool.
Okay.
I called him Boomy because, if he drank too much, he would belch, and it sounded like a thunder boom.
Okay. Well,
Maybe he got bored and decided to try out underwater? I don't know.
hmm. Well, we'll figure out one thing at a time. Let's find a way to get to that shrine.
I mean, just northeast. I mean, it should take you, like, I don't know, like, how long is that on foot nowadays? Maybe a week and a half?
Is the map detailed enough to show, like, if there might be any, like, villages or towns on the way?
Well, there's Gordwin between the 2 points, and
That's a bit of a mess there, isn't it? I wouldn't want to stop there.
yeah, not really a great place right
I wanna
now.
go back.
But
It
closer,
sucked before the war.
there is a rather tiny town in between Gordwin and that mountain. The only thing it just says is travel spot. But it's even on the map, it looks to be too tiny to be like an actual, like, big town. And then up near the mountain, you have the city. You have a city called Murdoon.
Okay, well, unless you guys are determined to go back to Gordwin for something, I think I'd rather avoid the area. But maybe we can stop at the travel spot, find some horses or something, carriage.
I would prefer to avoid Gordwin right now too. It's not the safest of places right now.
Yeah.
Rather large reform is currently taking place. I believe led by one of the noble houses. Oh, what's it called?
Montague?
No, the Montague family was killed.
But, well, Charles was the one.
I never found him. I assumed him dead, but with your stories, it seems like he fled Gordwin entirely. And is...
With my body.
Right, before all of this, Platinum Knights were starting to filter into this continent more frequently in preparation for potential invasion.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
what the map is from.
Right, as far as I know, it was only going to take some coastal towns, though.
think the plan has changed significantly since last you were let in on it.
Well, now that plan is shot to every corner of the planet right now due to Charles' interference.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And given the Emperor, I'm sure he knows by now, there's going to be a reckoning coming, and I fear for whoever is in the middle of that.
I
Oh,
think
yes,
maybe
ask for
you
outside
should
help.
never go back on duty.
I
For your own sake.
will have to at some point. I just think of this as an extended leave.
A sabbatical?
Something like that. I do believe this is approved by the Emperor, so, a vacation.
A question, and then his answer apparently was sending you flying through the sky. So,
Yeah, that does sound like something he would do.
Alright. Well,
It's probably because
right now,
just of course it happened immediately after I put my helmet down on the desk. Oh no, their poor ceiling.
right now, you're here as Richter, my friend.
Yes, don't have my helmet, I can't be on duty.
Yes.
Welcome to the group. There's
I'll-
usually more of us, but where is Kid?
That your Warforged
they
friend?
never really gave him back to us.
Huh, the Reichs must have him.
Maybe he's gone to get his arm.
Possibly.
He still hasn't found that?
Well,
You
hopefully
shall
he'll
all
come back.
fly.
I hope so too.
Hmm.
He's funny.
Kingdom kind of like twitches again when he's not shooting you.
No,
Yeah,
he's
when
fun.
he's not
Definitely
shooting
funny
you.
when he's shooting at you.
Richter
Disagree. It took forever to get the lead out of my back.
So he does use firearms. Okay. I believe I'll be fine. Should be fine. Probably. My
I
arm's
mean,
rated for that? No. No.
he kind of like glances at Roger and remembers what they say. You gotta like show your toughness. He's like, well, I mean, you gotta learn to take the hits pretty strongly.
Well, I mean, it's been quite painful to
Pretty
take
shot.
shots to the chest like that. I,
Yeah.
for one, thankful I have armor to block that, but you obviously don't.
No, never been a fan of armor. Kind of.
Yeah,
slows me
you're more
down.
suited for speed. I understand. I'm
Yeah.
not suited for speed. I'm more of a break down the front door kind of person.
And hit very hard. I got my ass kicked by you so many times.
Well, it's not my fault you didn't listen very often. And you kept
That's what
No,
the hard
and-
head's made out of.
right. I mean, how many bricks you've put your head through? It's not hard enough to break my armor yet.
I know how to take a hit.
That you do. Those poor training hammers. Also explains why. You know what? I'm going to stop there. But let's get going, right? Yes.
You're all
Huh?
insane. And we're walking. Let's go this way. We're going to this place called Travel Spot. Hopefully we can find something to make us not have to walk the whole way there.
That sounds like a fantastic plan. I like this plan. Let's do this plan. Let's go right now.
It's the best plan. There's no better plans.
Agreed.
As we're walking, I look at Roger and just kind of give Roger a glance and go, not one word.
Roger just gives him a thumbs up and a smile.
I'm just imagining Roger just in the corner, just finger guns.
Lilith is gonna walk in between like Kingdon and Richter, just like holding both of their hands and like talking excitedly.
Kanan's like passing glances, looking over at Lilith, holding Richter's hand. Holds hers a little tighter.
Richter doesn't even seem to be paying attention to anything but Lilith whenever she's talking. Just nodding along with the conversation.
He glances up at Richter again, way up.
Way up.
Richter's a tall boy.
Thinks mentally to himself. Of course he's taller. Why wouldn't he be taller?
His hair's longer, too.
Mine was cut off. I did that to myself.
Mm.
Long hair, tall. Of course he's tall.
This is a delightful place to end for the night. I did warn this was going to be a rather short session. Pretty much only had the major bit of the Emperor and Richter here. Is really planned out. Everything beyond this point, I'm afraid we'll have to wait until we can progress the main campaign a bit. There's a few key points that need to be met there.
Alright.
It's alright.
There's so much planned out. And the four of you have a little bit of insight about what's going to happen next, but not exactly.
Discord ate that.
So the four of you have a bit of insight as to what's going to probably happen next in the main campaign, but not exactly, so it's going to be fun.
Power struggle. Woo. Yeah.
So, we're going to end this off with... Let's go with the first one to be... From the first to the last one to be shunted away by the Emperor. Lilith, favorite, least favorite.
Richter's here!
Richter is here.
That's my
Richter
favorite.
is here.
My least favorite. Just how short it was. That's it.
Fair enough. So the next one, Kingdon. Favorite, least favorite.
Let's see. I like, oddly enough, I like the dynamic of the Emperor. I know he's a douche, right? But he is a, you're not touching my family. Very, very BA scene there. That was just a very BA moment. I like the fact that when Richter's falling from the sky, your mic just cut out, and
Just
all we heard
perfectly
was,
cut screen.
and all you hear is, and that's all we got.
Fair.
So,
Very fair.
so that was a favorite moment. I don't know if I have a. I guess least favorite is One Punch isn't here,
Yes.
and didn't get too far, but we got some good information.
Alright, delightful. Kaylin?
My favorite is that we didn't have to fight too hard to find Fuji. That worked, and I didn't think it
It
would.
was wonderful.
Least favorite? Lilith's dad.
Lilith's dad, really?
Yeah, no, I stay hating.
Fair enough.
I'm tired of him and his stuff.
His
He's
toughness.
making it all hard. We're just trying to do our jobs, and he
Yoink.
ruined the whole contract.
Well, only with one
At
of
least
you.
four. Yeah, but still.
They're royalty. They don't need money.
I still would have liked a reward.
How about some boundaries?
Well, boundaries were set, just not where people wanted them.
Still hate him.
Fair enough. Roger!
Yeah.
Favorite, least favorite.
I'm glad that the sword was not destroyed.
Fair.
I was
Me too.
concerned about the sword. I'm glad that everything with the Emperor went so well, comparatively to how it could have gone.
Yeah. I thought we were gonna get murdered.
Least favorite, he did kill a lot of people that really, really did not need to die.
Well, let me just point out, all of those people that died fit the description of entering his daughter and then splitting them in twain. Going to put that in the worst possible context. No one will miss those people.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Oh, I just thought of one.
Hmm.
Luke pretty much essentially getting a,
A one-up.
yeah,
Extra life.
yeah, pretty much. He got the little green mushroom.
You get one. So, honestly, my favorite had to be the difference in answers between Kingdon, Kaelin, and Roger. It could not have worked out any better, and it's beautiful. Like, Kingdon, just like, I don't know. Kaelin, screw this guy in particular.
What are you, a cop?
Exactly.
What are you?
Yeah. It
What
went
do
from
you
I
like to
don't know
know,
nothing
woman?
to I'm not telling you nothing.
And then Roger finally, like, actual information. It was, I loved that bit. It was a very good bit to show the individuality between the characters.
And I do want you to know that Kaylin did call him a fucking asshole when he covered her mouth.
Absolutely.
Their mouth.
I will put that in. The Emperor will remember that.
Ooh.
Thank you for clarifying. I honestly didn't know
Yes.
until this point. So
Oh, I was gagged, but I will not be silenced.
understood. I will put that definitely in the Emperor will remember this section. It's delightful. I love how you guys just torture yourselves in this way.
Yeah.
So, my least favorite is very similar. I do not like how short this was, but it is what it is. Plans upon plans upon plans. Next time will be a lot better.
Next time, hopefully, there'll be all of us.
Hopefully.
Mm.
Don't worry,
Okay.
Mayor. Everything will be on YouTube and Twitch. You can watch it all if you want later. But thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all so much for joining me. See you all next week whenever Lilith runs their campaign.
Yay!
Yes, if you'd like to complain, go to throne.com/soulraiser13 and add to, if you help buy a soul a computer, then you will get exclusive complaining rights that
Mhm.
I won't be able to do anything about.
Not even the Emperor could do anything about you complaining.
Nope. The Emperor will agree with you 100-fold if you complain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Honestly, whoever buys Soul a computer, I will give them one session where they control the Emperor. And that is a game-breaking... That is a game-breaking NPC.
Hold up. I gotta get the link. Let me get the link. You're gonna throw something like this out. We gotta have the link.
We'll get the link.
Okay.
Toss it in Discord. Do it.
I will toss it in the Discord now.
No, not the Discord. Twitch. My bad.
Oh, in Twitch. Okay. We'll be
And
going to Twitch.
You do that, and I will post it on both.
That's a nice computer.
Soul needs
hoping-
it.
That's a really good price too for what it's got.
I'm hoping it's a good one. It's within the price range, so that won't be completely and utterly, you know, like break your bank. Hopefully, but it's a good one.
The one just didn't load in.
There it is. Did it post?
Not sure that's the same one.
It's like taking forever to load. Hang on. Please stand by.
That is
Why am I
not the
doing-
one.
Why is it not doing the thing I need it to do? Hang on. Okay. Sorry, people. You can hold. This is a very important moment. A momento. Okay.
Mayor has it.
Mayor has it. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. 'Cause
Beautiful.
For some reason, it is being very slow with me.
I will post that myself. There, now it is in the chat of Twitch and YouTube. Again, anyone who buys this will buy this computer. 100%, you will get one session where you control the Emperor. It'll be delightful, and won't break
Yeah.
everything I've worked towards up until this point at all. So,
If I had my old job, it would be paid.
I'm not asking anybody to break the bank for me. Do not break the bank.
break it.
What
Break
would
it wide
you
open.
make the
Together.
Emperor do?
If we work together,
You know what?
we can kill him.
That is a good question to ask. If all four of you collectively could control the Emperor, what would you do for the one session?
I'd make him do something
Right.
stupid. And
I'd
also
make him
apologize to my
vulnerable.
friends. I would
He'll
make him
make
apologize to my friends.
Rona,
make-
what would you do?
I said I'd have him make mistakes that set him up to fail later,
Hmm.
so we can kill him.
No, don't
So-
kill Dad!
Mayor,
Yeah,
the Emperor is probably the most powerful wizard in this campaign, and is an emperor of an entire other continent, and is also Lilith's father. So the mayor of anything would make the Emperor give everyone 2 bags of popcorn and a hug.
That
Hell
would
yeah.
be scary. Taking a hug from the Emperor.
It would be very awkward.
That would be terrifying.
Kingdon would be scared to death.
Kingdon may have a heart attack. I may have to have you roll a Constitution save if I do that. Oh, a cheek kissy
Lilith
too?
is just like, oh, and a cheek kissy.
Mm.
Lilith would be like, what are you guys so afraid of? I get hugs from my dad all the time.
Because he's your dad.
Don't worry, Kingdon. You'll have an extra message whispered in your ear. It'll be fine. So, anyways, thank you all so much. Wait, Roger. You never said what you would do if you had control of the Emperor for a session.
I want to see the Emperor and Amnet have a conversation where the Emperor cannot, kick the shit out of her.
Hmm. Alright. Oh gosh, what ore, Mayor?
I was never good when it's an ore.
3 bags
Three
of popcorn.
bags for him.
I'd make him eat a weird artifact or something so he becomes more powerful or dies. Well, he doesn't need to eat a weird artifact to become more powerful. He just sacrificed a bunch of souls to get more power. Oh, sorry, did I say the
What
quiet part out loud? Anyways, thank you all so much, and I hope to see you all next week with, Lilith
Bye.
running Cataclysm.
Cataclysm!
Take care,
Hopefully-
bye-bye.
I can't wait to
There's
see
Extra special surprise for you guys next week.
Oh.
Bye-bye, stream.
Take
Bye,
care of yourself.
stream.
We will see you all another
Bye.
day.